Hello, CD again. Welcome back to Truth Matters. Glad you could join us. Maybe you've heard that expression that I enjoyed that about as much as a root canal. Maybe you do enjoy going to the dentist. Far be it that I disparage trips to the dentist. I can't say, however, that I look forward to going to the dentist or to any doctor for that matter. But again, that is a truth procuring activity, as we discussed. Going to the doctor, we might find some truth, however unwelcome, that we're in dire need of knowing. The writer of Ecclesiastes talks about the words of the wise being like goads or barbs that prick us. From the most ancient of times until now, maybe we're realizing that something we're in dire need of hearing, some word of truth, may not be welcome. Have you ever had that job or task of bringing a word, however true it might be, it's not going to be welcome? In the Old Testament, in the scriptures, the kings and rulers in Israel had prophets, wise men, people who the king would listen to and hear out. There's that momentous story in the Old Testament of Nathan the prophet saying to David the king, "Thou art the man, you are the man," after David commits adultery and gets a man's wife pregnant and then has this man killed. Nathan tells him the story of a man who all he had was a cow, and some rich man even stole the cow, everything that the man had, and David says, "Let me at him. Where is he? That man deserves to die." And Nathan lowers the boom on him, "Thou art the man." To David's monumental credit, he said, "I have sinned." He admitted that he had done wrong. There's a rather embarrassing story, I think, of the emperor in his new clothes, about an emperor and his men walking around in their underwear, and everyone else lies to them and say how great they look. Only a child speaks the truth and says, "Gee, you guys are walking around in your underwear, you need to put some clothes on." All of us are in dire need of someone who will speak truth into our being, however much we may not want to hear it. All business consulting that I can think of, however secular, has as its premise that you can't keep doing business this way. You've got to change some things. You have a cracked foundation, you need a new roof. And if one lies about these sort of things, ouch, it's going to go real bad later. Dave Ramsey is a financial analyst who has really found a great niche in presenting truth to people about their money and their spending habits. Dave Ramsey makes, among many fascinating remarks, he says that a 5-year-old kid could balance our budget. We cannot keep spending money like we're doing. We cannot continuously max out the credit card and live on extended credit. That's a truth that, however unwelcome, is one that you would agree we need to hear. What truth procuring activities am I involved with? Who is my Nathan? Who will speak the truth to me when I am in dire need of hearing it? One of the saddest epitaphs I can think of in the Bible is from the book of Isaiah, where the prophet says, "These people have stopped up their ears. They don't want to hear the truth." And we find throughout Scripture that sometimes people will kill the messenger, as often it happens, for bringing to them an unwelcome truth. It is said of Saddam Hussein that as he was gathered with his rulers, they were sweating literally profusely, because if anyone came to Saddam with any negative words whatsoever, with a flick of his cigar, that person was put to death. Unlike the ruler who walked around in his underwear and gladly heard the word of this child telling him to change what he was doing. We can ignore the truth. We can choose not to hear it. But there's going to be hell to pay. We're going to be very sorry if we do that. Who is involved in your life who is telling you the truth, however unwelcome?